Coach Rod from Functional Flex, Team FFLEX. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Sorry if the room in here is a little echoey. I'm doing a little renovation in the living room, but I still gotta get this content to you out here, so that's what we're doing. Today what I want to talk about is in NPC competitions, right? So NPC bodybuilding competitions or any amateur level competitions, really. People get confused why they don't place the same or similar in multiple categories, right? And so what I mean by this is there's like sometimes competitors coming into a competition, right? Let's say it's their first show. They'll do what's called true novice, okay? So that means you've never done a show, you can do the true novice category, and you're a true novice person, you haven't been there. Then there's the novice category, okay? And the novice category is for anybody that hasn't placed at nationals, so you can do the novice category as well. And then there's open, and open is for really anybody, and blah, blah, blah. You get the point. So there's multiple classes, right? And so what can happen sometimes is competitors will enter all three classes. They'll place in some, not in others. They'll place higher in some and lower in others, etc. Right? And so the question I get all the time is, how could you come into a show and do true novice and, you know, get first there, and then do novice and get fourth or fifth, or, you know, do open, not even place, whatever. And basically it's because in each of these categories the scoring is different, right? So the judges at the table, the judges at the actual judging panel are judging things differently depending on what class is up, in other words. So whatever class is on stage, they're scoring based on what they're looking for in each class, okay? So in open, you know, that's obviously anybody can do that. So people that have done really well at shows, people that have won overall at shows, people that have done, you know, all this and that, they can come in there. The scoring is going to be tougher than it's going to be a novice. Novice now being, you know, the beginners type class, the more kind of beginner type you know, class of the stage is going to be scored not as intensely, and then true novice obviously is going to be the least scored intensely. So what you're going to see is a quality of competitors different in each one of these classes, and also how they're actually scoring differently, okay? And so you know, you might be judged here on how you look in true novice based on your shoulders, but that actually doesn't correlate over to how they're looking at shoulders in open, etc., right? You can do this all the way around with any class, any division. It all kind of goes hand in hand. And so basically the only reason I want to make this video is to clear this up for all of you out there that are confused about this, is that you have to understand that no matter what class you do, you're going to be judged differently. They're always looking for the same types of things in each division, obviously, right? So like, for example, bikini at a true novice level, open level, national level, etc., they're always looking for the same things, even to the IFBB. What they want to see, the muscularity, the conditioning, the posing, all that's going to be the same. None of that's going to change. But the level of intensity of the competitor and how the judges are scoring will change as you progress up the ladder. So true novice is going to be the least. It's for the very, very first timers, right? They're not the people at nationals, etc. You had to qualify to get to nationals. You had to actually, you know, place top 2 to get to nationals, and now you're at nationals. And, you know, if you're doing well at nationals, that's going to change everything compared to true novice, or even open at most shows. So that's the difference that you got to understand in the quality competitions, the quality competitors, and how you can actually place differently in multiple categories, even at the same show, because they're looking for different things in what they're actually scoring, different levels of each thing, and the competitor might have more or less than you in each of these divisions that can cause you to place differently. So good food for thought, something that you should be aware of, something you need to understand about the judging. Otherwise you're sitting there beating yourself over the head trying to figure out why X, Y, and Z happened. But realistically, what you all need to do, no matter what, ladies and gentlemen, every competition you do, make sure you get your feedback from the judges, all right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, and it blows my mind the amount of competitors that still don't know this, after any competition you do, you need to contact the judges or have your coach do it. Like I do it for all my competitors already, because I want to make sure I'm in the loop. I want to make sure that I'm, you know, seeing what everybody wants, and if I'm able to request the feedback, because some shows don't allow you, etc. But if I'm able to, I want to get the feedback from them myself, so I know what to do, how to cater their training, their nutrition, etc. And I always encourage the athletes to get it as well, or I relay the information to them. But either way, no matter what, if it's me getting it or if them getting it, I'm getting the info eventually, and I'm using that to sculpt the training program, because the feedback from the judges is how you can continue to elevate and move up in your shows, actually do better, place higher, perform better, especially if you want to get on the road to like getting a pro card, doing anything like that. You need to know the feedback. You need to know what you need to be be working on, and everybody will get feedback, right? Even like the top people in every sport are getting the feedback. They're still getting it. Every class, every division, whatever, they're still getting the feedback because you need it to continue to improve. And the sport is this, this type of bodybuilding sport is always changing. It's ever progressing. It's one thing, the only constant in bodybuilding is change, right? Because they want to see different posing, they want to see different tweaks here and there, they want to see physique changes, etc. And as athletes improve, as everybody else improves, so does the judging and the way that they're, kind of shaping the sport. And so you need to be aware of that. You got to get your feedback. It's absolutely critical. So if you do a show and you're confused on why you place differently in each class, ask a judge. Ask the head judge, talk to the judges on the panel, figure out who you need to contact. Most of the time you can find this information on the actual websites of the competitions you've done. Sometimes it'll come out in the emails to the competitors. If you're, you got a coach or a team, a lot of times they're already going to be well versed with a lot of the people, and they'll be able to connect with them for you on your behalf, etc., like I do. But either way, you got to get your feedback, and you got to kind of shape your physique, shape your posing, shape your routines based on that feedback. And a lot of times it's going to come back and be specific. It will say, here's some good things, here's some things you need to work on, and blah blah blah. And if you are confused about how you placed or why or whatever, always ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. All these people, this is what they do. They love judging, they love being a part of the sport, and they're gonna help you. They want to help you come back and do better, so you feel better and do better and continue to grow. And even if you won your show and now you want to move up to nationals, they want to tell you how to get there and do your best there. And so connecting with the judges, getting the feedback, all that is so important if you want to actually compete in this sport. If you want to just do this for fun and you don't want to actually really place or do anything like that, then you can wing it. You can just have a good time and show up and get on stage. That's fine. But if you want to continue to advance and level up, you absolutely want to get your feedback. It gives you something to work for. It gives you something to grow towards, and you can continue your path along the sport, especially if you're trying to get a pro card, compete in the pro leagues, and all that. That's the only way to do it. Keep getting the feedback, keep growing, keep going. But yeah, this video, I just want to put this up to clear that up today and make sure that you guys know those resources are available to you. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my Instagram at TeamFFLEX. Follow me there, and I appreciate you all watching this. Thanks so much. Coach Rise out.